Yeah, that's a really good question. Arthritis is inflammation of a joint, right? And a lot of it happens to, in my opinion, is the fact that you get a lot of contraction around a joint that creates a pressure there. And as Deborah was saying, we're a pretty pill-popping population, where the people that I work with who have been told they would either need hip surgery, hip replacement, knee replacement, we can get in there and pretty quickly make a change around that and take the pressure off the joints, and a lot of those those complaints start to disappear. So I don't think I have a strong bias against the medical system, in that we're very quick for surgeries or wait till something just gets to a point where it doesn't need to be.
What about people that have actually had surgery?
Yeah.
Back surgery.
Yeah.
Is there?
What about them? No, not at all. I mean, quite honestly, I see a lot of people after surgery because of the surgeries that have created more problems than good. So, the fascial, the study of fascia is in a really unique place right now, because they just held the first annual conference or international symposium on fascia, and during the conference, a lot of the researchers were basically screaming at the surgeons in the crowd to stop cutting, that they were cutting through the exact tissue that they needed to rehab. But they actually, one of the presenters, Anna was there, this guy, Serge Grakovetsky, and he had a thing up on one of the slides that, so that's the definition of insanity, to keep doing the same thing despite the knowledge of otherwise. But
is this a supplement to chiropractic?
it works really well with chiropractic, and that most chiropractors are manipulating the spine, but again, if the tissue is pulling on that spine, their ability to adjust, or the lasting results of the adjustment are going to be transient. So if we can take the pressure off the spine, their adjustments will be easier and more long-lasting.
Could you do without chiropractic if you just did this?
Is there a chiropractor in the room? You can edit that part, right? I think so. Yeah.
How long are each session?
Sessions run about 90 minutes. And people typically... Not in Massachusetts. Unless it's a auto accident or workman's comp type claim. So,
do you deal with any of these claims?
I do. It's harder to work with someone that has a little more tissue to work with. It can be a little more challenging. But if I work with obese clients, it's because their tissue is typically so stretched out that you apply a little pressure and stretch it some more, than it can be more sensory rich.
So, Joe, what can the patient do in between sessions to maintain what you're doing?
Take Deborah's class?
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm a living, breathing advocate for Joe. I've been waiting to do vaulting, to do this. I've done massage work my whole life. I do done a lot of body work. I've been waiting for the right person to work with. That's why I'm so grateful that we met through meeting for Create a Better You, because it's deep work that is so amazing. It's so like therapy for your whole life, your whole body, getting rid of old stuff that you just don't need anymore. The feeling of relief for giving up stuff in your body that does not serve you anymore. It is the ultimate connection, ultimate partner to you.
It would have been a lot easier.
And all my other core therapists.
We're not used to that.
Okay. Not ever recommend Joe. It's like, feel that Joe. Sorry. Still not a dentist.
That's right. So we're just going to take just 2 more minutes, and then just to get a sense of how you feel.
Like, I guess you'd say like gumpy, just feel more loose. Stretched out. I felt like this, and I just feel more open.
And if you do some of that movement to the side, I know that was your easier side.
But just more fluid.
Okay.
Like this now feels like it needs the work to balance me out.
And I can't see from here.
The side looks longer. Yeah. Through the torso.
Yeah.
You can see all the,
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, to us.
Yeah. And that.
see all the blood.
Shoulders on the left side look longer. I think you look wonderful. Yeah, you look straighter.
Yeah. So she looks like she's got more space through the neck and the shoulder. We're really concerned about lengthening again. What the work we were doing today is just lengthening the sides, right? So getting some more length, width, space from side to side. And I think we did that.
I don't know if it's the light, but I can see the definition of her fabulous ab muscles more on that side.
Yeah. Yeah, all that's going to become certainly more definable.
Here's a wild question.
Let me just see from your back.
You're a runner because you have the BAA shirt on. How will that change her stride, cadence, whatever?
Well, she's going to run in circles since we only did the left side. Yeah. Well, so in the series, some of the places that we work in, we're really thinking about changing gait patterns and stride lengths. So I do work with a lot of runners. Worked with a number of the Kenyans this past year, and it is really about giving people more length to work with, heel strike, foot patterns. So you can make some real significant changes. So more fluid, more energy efficient. You don't get that restriction that you might get at the end range. It's a bigger bang for the buck. So I want to thank Carrie, because I know we need to wrap up so you guys can do some more talking. And please feel free to come up after if I didn't answer any of your questions. I know we're... What's that? I'm not going to do her other side. Not tonight. Okay? All right. Thank you very much.